A hybrid portfolio combines a showcase, process, and assessment portfolio. In portfolio assessment, the hybrid portfolio is considered to be the most complicated one, wherein there is a process of progression from other types of portfolio to the other ones. A hybrid portfolio is one of the assessment portfolios that have to deal with a showcase portfolio that's frequently used to display students' finest accomplishments or evidence of learning. Students are usually given the option of deciding what is published. Portfolios of this type can help with self-marketing, internet branding, and creating a favorable digital footprint.
Just like the other type of portfolio, the hybrid portfolio plays an important role, especially when it comes to evaluate the learnings and performance of the students. This purpose may also include the actual sample of the student work. Portfolio evaluation is sometimes seen as an authentic method of assessment. Many supporters of the portfolio assessment say that it is a superior evaluation tool because it indicates learning and progress through time. They feel it is more representative of kids' genuine talents, especially when compared to a standardized exam, which just gives a snapshot of what the students can perform on any given day. Finally, the instructor overseeing the portfolio process contributes to the final portfolio's purpose. The portfolio can be used to demonstrate improvement through time, to promote a student's strength, or to evaluate a student. The learning of the students inside a certain course, its function might alternatively be a mix of three.
The purpose of a hybrid portfolio for teachers is to see if their pupils or students have met their learning objectives and academic standards, and assist the teachers in evaluating the students' learning by allowing to create hybrid portfolio in which may document for their work and progress and tracking pupils' development over time. And the aim established for teacher and students is to establish good communication between them as to tell each other about education and learning progress.
I will discuss the principles in dealing with the creation of portfolio. And the first one of that, a portfolio is a form of assessment that students do together with their teachers. So basically, it means that not only the students but the teachers as well are involved in the creation of portfolio, because teachers are the one who can give instruction and guidelines on how to make the tasks, such as planning, executions, and evaluation. And the teachers and the students, they are work harmoniously to develop the objectives so that the students understand what is expected for them. A portfolio represents to a collection of what the students believe are the best to include in the portfolio from among the possible collection of things related to the concept that we studied. When creating a portfolio, the students choose the best product or activities that they are going to include in the portfolio because it is served as their learning data. So the teachers, they can advise the students on what to include in the portfolio, but the final decisions last for the students themselves, because the portfolio, it is a representation of what the students believe as the best important concept. Okay, a third one, a portfolio provide example of the students' work which shows the growth over time. It means that the portfolio allows the students to reflect their performance to see if they are improved or not. So with the help of portfolio, the students can assess their strength and their weaknesses, and after that, they can create ways on how to improve their weaknesses also. The criteria for selecting and assessing portfolio content must be clear to the teachers and to the students at the outset of the processes, so the teachers can truly assess the performance of the students and they can give accurate feedbacks to the students that they can use. If the criteria or the rubrics are not clearly stated, then both teachers and the students will be lost in assessing the portfolio.
According to Miller 2018, portfolios are frequently emphasized in education as the products or the outcomes that student achieve. So when developing the hybrid portfolios or e-portfolios, there are many processes that are required. So in fact, there are a variety of processes that can be developed or explored through portfolios, but Miller focuses on the three most common or three most important: the selection of contents of the portfolios, and then the reflections on the samples of work and processes, and the last one is the conferencing about the content and processes.
Selecting which samples will be included in portfolios is an important process of developing portfolios. An appropriate types of content for inclusion can promote meaningful reflections and excellent outcomes. Reflection on sample of work. The student needs to be directly involved in each phase of the portfolio development to learn the most from it. And the reflection phase holds the most promise for promoting student growth. Reflection phase of the portfolio process should be ongoing throughout the portfolio development. Conferencing on student works in process. Give and take of students to face-to-face interaction can provide the teacher with valuable information about the student's thinking and progress and provide the student with meaningful feedback. It could be teacher-to-student conference or student-to-student conference.
According to Ryan, Cole, and Kick of 1995, portfolio assessment has become widely used in educational settings as a way to examine and measure progress by documenting the process by learning or change as it occurs. Portfolios extend beyond these occurs. Portfolios extend beyond this discourse to include substantive descriptions or examples of what the students doing or experiencing. One thing to keep in mind is that portfolio reflect long-term projects completed over the course or semester or year. You can have students create portfolios of their work for a particular unit. That portfolio might count as a project for the particular topic or study.
According to Fernstein 2005, portfolio assessment emphasizes the following. The first one is clarity of goals. Second, explicit criteria for evaluation. The third one is work samples tied to those goals. The fourth one is student involvement in collection of entries. And lastly, student and teacher involvement in the assessment portfolio process. Fernstein asserted that clear criteria for evaluation, including of what must be put in portfolio, are vital to successful portfolio assessment. And also, it is very important to have a model for portfolio assessment. It will ensure that portfolio is reliable and valid assessment tool. So that is evaluation for portfolio assessment or hybrid portfolio.
The student's work displayed here is more comprehensive and indicative about the process and end of their education. Students will be able to reflect on their learnings as well as highlight and share the best aspects of their work that are important to them as learners in this manner. In a hybrid portfolio, students might work on long-term projects that span many years. They may, for example, take a project from the previous year and expand on it in subsequent years. Artifacts in a process portfolio can be moved to an assessment or display portfolio. Knowing which type of portfolio you'll be focused on can assist you make judgments about platform selection and portfolio creation.
A portfolio has been defined as a purposeful collection of student work that exhibit the student efforts, progress, and achievements in one or more areas. The collection must include student participation in selecting the contents and show evidence for self-reflection. So, hybrid portfolio is used for assessment, development, and for showcasing purposes. So the student giving a chance to reflect their own learning, self-assessment, and deeper understanding about the concept of what they learned, and in a sample explanation. So hybrid portfolio also allow the student to self-reflect, demonstrate their real performance, weakness, and strong domains that students have. Also to observe the student development progress during their learning process, and it encourages the learners to take responsibilities for their self-study.